that was the start of the whole thing, the excitement. I wasn't thinking that we were gonna have no incidental today. In fact, I thought we were just gonna be you know, Father's Day and too much go on with Lord have mercy. Come on in,
tell what's going on, man. Tell what's going on. You and your usher getting too slack back there at the door.
Well,
y'all getting too slack. Y'all letting anybody in. You let anybody come in. Letting anybody walk around. Let anybody get up. That ain't supposed to happen.
What happened was, Florine had took a smoke break when I had went in and got some extra fans, and so in between that time, being us the two strongest ushers at the door, that's when that happened. But that's okay.
If Florine take a smoke break, y'all know y'all gotta have somebody to roll up. Somebody else gotta get on the door.
But I just went in and got some extra fans.
So one of y'all was wrong. Yeah. You should tell somebody else to go get the fan.
No, I had to go because I hid the fan from the usher. Sometimes they give out the wrong fans. Come on in, Publix.
How you give out the wrong fans?
The new ones. They ain't supposed to give out the new ones. Just yet, because I don't want them to. We got just a new set of fans that give out extra strength air, and you don't have to fan as hard. I want to say them for when we have company. And so, anyway, listen, public, y'all come on in, y'all. Whoa. It was hot today. It was something to tell the preacher today. It was some sweeping in the city today, and my girls showed up and showed out. I was so happy. You see, when Craig Gill got hit by mistake, but it wasn't by mistake, it was by on purpose. Craig Gill got in the middle of it, and just, he got hit. They took him down. They didn't mean to, but in a way they did. Listen, Publix, Popcone Daddy came to church today. I don't know what was on his mind. I don't understand. But he came to church.
How did he get in?
He slipped in. He slipped in. He came, I think he probably saw one of them children in there to see. Because he know that if I'm at the door, he know I'm going to tell him. I'm going to just light in on him. No, just out the gate, no warning, light in on him. He know that. And he slipped in when I was changing out the fans. And so,
you gotta do something better than that. You gotta sign something.
I ain't care for the excitement that came today, baby. I don't care. Listen, y'all come on in. A-Mark for Dolly, Glory, Tangela, Juanita, y'all come, Dolly, y'all come on in. And so, hey, Craig, Gail Craig, listen, we had the battle of the century. There was a good fight today. Being it's just middle of the year, this was a good one. Popcone came in, he snuck in. Craig Lee and Popcone Daddy. When Popcone and Craig Lee was on the back, in the back of the church, we let them sit back there and be playing with their Tonka trucks and things like that. And he gonna come in, Popcone Daddy. That what Popcone Daddy's real name? Clams? Is it Clams?
No,
I think they call him CJ, but they think I think it's Clam. And he came in, gonna act like he got a relationship with Popcone. He's, acting like he, showing up for Father's Day trying to get credit for being his daddy. And so he went back there. Popcone went to hollering, squealing, hollering. Well, Cassie was sitting up front. And a mama know her baby's holler. And so Popcone went on, oh! Mama know her baby holler when they holler. Get on this side of the road. Mama know her baby.
You know what? How come Cassie wasn't ushering?
She ain't on full force ushering. Now we were trying. Listen, when Cass ain't on full.
Cass would have caught him coming in the door.
Listen. So Cassie, when she heard her baby cry, she looked back and she saw Clown. She saw him back there with him. Cassie, most of the time when Cassie have a seizure, is because what triggers a seizure is something of shock treatment. It's something that shocked her. And when she heard her baby crying, she looked back real quick and she says, and then when we see her doing what we call, it's be spasm, but it be like she be twerking and things like that. And she started having, I said, well, everybody clear the pew. Everybody that was on her pew, we told them to move, because see, Cassie, most of the time when she have a seizure, she'd cut out run and strip all her clothes out and run outside with her panties on and just flip-flops. But because she was in a congested area, she couldn't take off her clothes, but we told, clear the pew, Cassie, you're finna have a seizure. Well, come to find out, it wasn't a full-fledged seizure. It was a half one. It was just a half. She didn't go into the full.
Y'all didn't see the man back down?
Yeah, but see, this what I'm saying, how we was alerted was when Popcone started screaming and hollering, screaming. And then Cassie did what she did. So we didn't know, because he had scrunched down and Popcone them down there playing with their Tonka trucks and action figures and things like that. Him and Craig Lee going back and forth playing with them things. And so when he went down there, he got on his knees like he was playing with them. Sure did. And then he started hollering, screaming, Popcone screaming, hollering. And then, but listen, this is what you listen to. When Popcone started hollering, Craig Lee went into defense mode. You know, he'll protect Popcone at all costs. And you know that man, Craig Lee grabbed that man by his neck and just started squeezing him neck. His whole face turned burgundy. By that time, Cassie made it back there. Baby, Cassie put something on that man. She put something on that man. She got Craig Lee out the way. She didn't want him to get hurted. She put something on that man. And then we just started taking off our gloves and stuff. And honey, we went in on them. 2 double team, whole Uchbo jumped on that man. He was disfigurement. We disfigured him.
Y'all beat that man.
Pull his arm back. Matilda, I said, Matilda, come on. There's too many of us. You don't even have to fight this one. But when she was getting them and jostling them, she pulled his arm back in a chicken wing mold. And chicken wing, when you get ready to season a chicken wing and you see that joint, she pulled his arm back. He could have scratched his own back where she had pulled his arm back in chicken wing mold. And she held him back. And when she held him back, then Bobby Ann went in on him. She just started punching him. And I wanted to get some in a 5-fold at least, because I was already wound up about them heifers that was, yeah, we gonna talk about you later, but I'm on this. And so, we just started punching them. Well, then that's when the Deacon Bowl bench cleared. Everybody coming. Where was you at?
What you mean we cleared?
Now, I didn't see you. How come you didn't get up there?
Because I wasn't finna get up there and try to break up no fight.
I know it. Greg here got up there, and I told Bobby, hit Greg here. And you know, Bobby Ann's so short, so I hoisted her up in my hand and threw her over there on Thread Gill, and she just went in punching. That's how he got hit. I was so proud about that.
You had something to do with it.
Yeah, it was me. I just threw her over there on Thread Gill. She short, you know Bobby Ann short. She got that little midget torso. She got that from her mama. You know her mama was born short. Her mama was so short, they kept her. They didn't even put her in the incubator. They put her in a tube box when she was born. That mama. Martha Ann, sweet as she won't be. She gone glow. They buried her in a cigar box. She was so little. Anyway, so but they knocked Threadgill out. I was so happy. I went and stood over him when he was on the ground, not slobbing and nasty. Bobby Ann knocked slob from side creases of his mouth, sitting up there looking ignorant and stuff. I was hoping his wife had came back there, tried to help. I was going to knock her out too. I wanted the whole family to be knocked out because his children and things was there. And I wanted them to see him in the Father's Day knockout. Boy, we were slaying left and right, baby. We told clowns up in that church. Sure did. Is Pastor okay? Did they ever wake him up? Pastor came out wait for he gave his message.
We keep a kid now for Pastor.
He need a kid because it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense how much he fall out and faint and things like that. He didn't even halfway get out there. He didn't get out. They ran back and told him, and he fainted in the hallway. They put smelling sauce and everything on him. Pastor just fall out. I think he did a double fall out because he stayed out there longer than that. Who?
You and your boy?
Man, we didn't even have church. They were going to do the church service. We wouldn't even get a chance to have a full-fledged church service. Then, listen at this. Then, after we knocked clowns out, knocked them out there, called ambulance and things like that to come pick clowns up, because if they hadn't picked him up, he wasn't going to make it. Because they said his blood pressure had dropped. They dropped it. He was 2 syllables from dying. His blood, they said that his pulse, they were feeling his pulsation, and said his pulse said, I ain't gonna respond back to y'all. I just want to go. It don't make no sense how y'all did. And the pulse was talking like that back. It said, I'm not doing it. And the pulse didn't give no pulsation. And said the heart said, don't even come to me. Don't even look at me, because I'm with the pulse. And things like that. And so he would just faint, you know. His eyes and stuff doubling, going in the back of his head, just doing like this, thing like that. We beat him to a pulp. I just enjoyed that. And then, but Popcone, Craig Lee, coached that upside Popcone. Because even though his dad ain't no count, he still was, you know, he didn't want to see him battled up like that, because we put something on him. We kicked him so hard, kicked his pants off. His pants was still in there. And I didn't know that boy was on the pins. We didn't, if I'd have known he was wearing the pins, I wouldn't have did him the way I did him. But I didn't know, Clarence, he wear the pins. I didn't know he depended on something. Where you going? You going to keep straight or you going on?
I'm going to try.
Yeah, I didn't know he was on the pin.
I might let you drive.
I didn't know. I'm not driving. Not today. Until I get my Buick, I ain't driving.
I need to give you some lessons.
What? Not today. Today, Father's Day. You ain't supposed to be doing that.
It's going to be a 2-minute drive.
This boy done lost his mind. You done lost your mind today, Father's Day. Listen.
That's why you should be driving anyway.
And so, we didn't know. I didn't know that Popcone, Dad Clown, I didn't know he was on the. I didn't know he depended on nothing. I thought he was going on his, you know, on his own merits and things like that. Y'all should have told me that. We didn't find that out after we beat him to a pulp.
That's why I told you. Did I tell you? Don't let the man come in the door. Y'all supposed to be watching.
Didn't I say we didn't see him coming in the door, ignorant?
Y'all shouldn't have your guard down.
What? Listen.
You the usher. First line of defense to the pastor. You guard down, what? Pastor be gone.
What about y'all? The bowl, deacon bowl. What y'all doing? What y'all for anyway? It don't make no sense for us to have to fight like men's anyway. Why y'all don't do nothing? Why we always got to have the action and the incidentals? Why do you always be us? Y'all don't do nothing. Punks. Punk mode. That's what y'all is. Women's, we always have to fight. In Father's Day, y'all should at least took part in it. Y'all think we get tired of fighting?
No, y'all don't.
I sure
That's
don't.
all y'all do. That's y'all career.
That boy said that's our career. You got that right. You told the truth, Michael, too. Listen. Anyway, after we got through with that incident, Mr. Trav got up there wanted to sing a solo. Ask me how old Mr. Trav is.
How old is Mr. Trav?
104.
How he gonna sing a solo?
He ain't have no wind in him. Mr. Trav ain't have no wind in him, but he want to sing a song that he used to sing in a quartet back in the 50s. And he still thought in his mind, in Mr. Trav's mind, he thought that he still could sing. Let me show you what it is. Was you in there when he got ready to start? He up in the sing the love of God. You know, the love of God.
No, I was in the office.
Let me show you what Mr. Trav did when he got ready. They queued him up. Vera got on the piano because that's what he liked, the piano organ mix. Vera got on the piano. Doom, 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 doom. And then we hit that, when you drop that, then it's time Mr. Trav come in. Mr. Trav said he got the microphone. He had the whole microphone almost back inside his esophageal trail. And so I just sat down. I just did that. Just like everybody else, just looking at Mr. Trav. Singing, going to town. Sang hard like he was James Brown. Hold the microphone. And we had it turned up. He ain't got no wind. 104 years old, your esophageal trail is gone to sleep. It's in the air, it's eternal rest. See, because when you're 104 years old, the first thing to die on you is your esophageal trail. And so he didn't have no voice box, nothing coming up or coming out. But he was singing. And so what we normally do when he get up and try to sing Mr. Trav, we just do the body language and he think he doing something. And then what was extra, what it made it extra good, was it was a bee. It was a wasp. A yellow jacket got loose in the church and stung Beulah. And so right while Mr. Trav was saying, he was doing his repeat on the chorus part, Beulah got stung by the yellow jacket. And she started hollering, screaming, hollering, running around. And so we was chasing her, but Mr. Trav thought she was shouting off his voiceless singing. It was a mess. It was a mess. And so he saw her running, and people was running behind her with excitement. And so he really started going in. Sound like a tornado drill on Wednesdays, on the first Wednesday of the month. That's what it sounds like. Mr. Trav isn't. I don't even know why his daughters let him get up there and do that, but every Father's Day, he wants to go in with that song that we don't ever hear. It's a voiceless song. That's Mr. Trav. So the church today was off the chain, needless to say, and I loved every bit of it, because we whooped clams and then got a punch in on CJ. So everything was beautiful. But one thing, listen, now we done parked the car. And he think I'm finna drive. It's Father's Day. That means all fathers supposed to check in and do what they supposed to do.
They drop your halfway home.
But I'm not finna drive.
I came halfway.
I'm not finna drive. I'm not fixing to drive. I don't care why you parked over here. Look, puppy. He parked over here. Look. I want y'all to look. Cars going by, passing by. They looking like, what are these people doing? What are they doing? He parked like, I'm not finna drive. I ain't gonna drive now. They Father's Day. I'm not supposed to even drive. The father's supposed to be driving. When you drive down the road, people supposed to see the daddy. I'm being a father. I'm driving my family around. I'm not finna drive now. But first of all, he finna be maimed and hurt again. Cause did y'all see some of them pictures? That one I told him not to wear his blue bow-legged suit. He went on rolled it anyway. He got a lot of attention. That's what he wanted. And so I'm gonna give him some attention now. Herman, go on drive. Don't do your last lap.
I ain't going in the neighborhood with me driving.
What you trying to show out for? You want to burst on a cousin to see it? Huh?
What you say to me? I ain't paying no attention to you.
I know you ain't, because you're ignorant. Listen, I'm going to go and take care of him anyway, because all the heifers came out. Even the women's was parking the cars this morning just in lieu of Father's Day, and all the parking lot heifers came around him. He hollering and screaming, cheesing and laughing and cheesing. They keep keying. So he finna get his. It's jumper time. Sure is. He's sitting up there. Y'all want to see him? I want y'all to look at him, see what he look like. Look ignorant. He's just looking ignorant right now. But I just had happy Father's Day to all of my public fathers. Happy Father. I hope them women treat you right. If they don't treat you right, you tell Madam J. Me and my girls come up there and bust every last one of their noses. Because that's what we do. And that's what we enjoy doing. But women, y'all be good. If you got a good husband or a good father, give them recognition. Because there's too many of them out there that ain't worth a cow. Not even worth a cow. And don't think all bad fathers is drunks, thieves, and crooks. Some of them pastors and deacons. I know one personally. So anyway, happy Father's Day. I'm finna take Herman around the world. He finna take a trip around the world. He finna enjoy his Father's Day. He finna go from coast to coast, east to west. I love y'all, puppet. Y'all take care. Happy Father's Day, fathers. I love y'all.